What's up, fam? What's up, everybody? This is the first official episode 1 video of Wise Mic'd Up. Now, as you can see from the title of what we're going to talk about, and you're watching this via YouTube, I do want to give a special thanks and also a special shout out to Donald Jones. He was part of creating the instrumental for my intro. His information will be in the description below. And as well, Aaron Harris, he is a rapper. His music is on SoundCloud. His information will be in the description below. Check him out. But we gonna get started. But first and foremost, our slogan here, and from this point, episode 1 to episode whatever, just don't pray for the blessing, be the blessing. All right, so we're gonna get started with the topic of what do men look for in a wife. Now, I know with some, women out there, y'all kind of wondering like, what do we really be looking for? And this is coming from a mature standpoint. We ain't talking about the little boys. We ain't talking about these kids. We talking about grown folk business right here. Grown folk business right here. So the thing we look for, and I'm gonna go off the things we also don't value as much that y'all may think or other people may think we value. So first thing we value is like your mindset. Like we're thinking like we looking at you like 5 to 10 years down the road. Like it's an investment. You invest in your time, your money, you're investing your all your emotions. You're investing a lot of things into someone you want to be your wife. And we say the 5 to 10 years down the line, like what are you doing to set yourself up for the rest of your career, the rest of your life? So that's how we look at things. So personally, I'm looking at, okay, what are you doing now that's going to, set you up, and it's going to create an opportunity for you to be the best version of yourself. And then also, does that align with what I plan to do, what I want to do? So we're looking at the longevity. If we feel like, or we look at it and it's like you've been stuck in the same attitude, you have no motivation, you just been stuck these past 6-7 years and you ain't kind of hit any type of accomplishments. Now that's not to say we all go through hurdles, we all hit brick walls sometimes. That's okay, but I'm saying if you stagnant and you still around here creating excuses. Also, I'll go and on the flip side of what we look for, but we don't look for it heavily. And I think a lot of women think we do, is looks. True enough, we want somebody that we're attracted to, but you get to a certain point, like you realize like our girl is not gonna have this hourglass figure or whatever figure forever. We're gonna get old, things are gonna happen. But looks is just like, nah, like for us as guys, like when we're young, it's like, man, she bad and X, Y, and Z, but it's not a determining factor of if you're gonna be my wife or not. Now, if you got guys out there like that, personally, I say stay away. But just from my friend groups and people I know, it's just like looks mean a little bit, but if we had like a ranking of 1 through 5, like looks is probably like number 3. I mean, and it may be 4 to some people, but it's like that goes into my second point of what we look for is like happiness, and can we be ourselves? So if I can be like happy around you and myself, so I don't have to put on this persona of making sure you happy, but I'm not happy, I'm giving part of me, and if it's not genuine and authentic, so someone I can just be myself and I'm like, hey, this is me, kind of accept me for who I am, and that's without the stubbornness and all the things that come with that. But it's like, can I be myself? Like me, I'm like a goofy person, and I'm clumsy. I'm slow, and when I say slow, like I'll do stuff and they'll be like, why did you do that? And I'll be like, I don't know. So just like me being myself, and it's just like having that person that's like, that's okay, and I love that about you. So that is a very big thing we look for when we are looking for a long-term, partnership with a person, and we're looking for a long-lasting relationship. Thirdly, being vulnerable. If we can be vulnerable, and it's not like if something happens in our life, can I come to you? Yes, true. But the thing is, can I express my good with you, my bad, the things I come short in, and I talk about my past, because none of us have a perfect history of, dating. None of us have a perfect history of, anything like that that's affiliated with relationships. So we're looking to be like, hey, I used to be this person, or I've done this, but I'm getting better. And that's for the man as well, on the flip side, to be like, I'm getting better, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. You are every and each day you are trying to be a better man. You're trying to be the better partner, boyfriend, or whatever the case may be for your girlfriend or whoever you're dating. So can we be vulnerable and you accept that, and it's not something you hold against our head? Because once we do that, as men, we shelter up, and so it's like kind of we get into this defense mode of like, I can't really talk to you about stuff, and so I begin to nitpick on how I talk to you and what I open up to you about, and it doesn't form a healthy relationship whatsoever. So also fourth, we look for someone that is like, they can do them and I can do me. And what I mean by that is like, don't, when I'm looking, for that person, was looking for that person, I'm looking for like, and hear me out, y'all, just hear me out. Like, don't be my wife every day. Don't try to be my girlfriend like every day. Like, the girlfriend, it's a title, but alongside with that title, don't try to strictly have yourself as being, just doing things because of that title. Like, sometimes you may not be emotionally there. Sometimes you may just not be physically there. Sometimes you may not mentally be there on some days, and you're just like, hey, I need to relax, or vice versa. The guy's like, I need to relax. But you can enjoy yourself in your own space. I can enjoy myself in my own space, but at the same time, we can be physically together and bonding with each other. So an example of that is like, my girl, she'll be on TikTok. I'll be working on like poetry type stuff, or I'll be playing the game, and we are in our own little world, but we enjoy each other's company so much. It's like we're just content, and sometimes I want you to be just my best friend, and sometimes I just want to laugh, and sometimes I just want to chill. And it's for you to be this multifaceted person is so valuable, because it relieves the pressure of feeling like the relationship is a job, and you don't want the relationship to feel like a job, because once you feel like it's a job, then you're probably going to get bored, you're probably going to get aggravated with the person, and it's going to become so draining emotionally, you will emotionally check out, and that's as a guy perspective. So being just chill and relaxed is so relaxing, because with everything we may just go through, especially with black men, or just trying to be that provider and being that guy, it can get emotionally taxing sometimes. So for a man that wants to just come home and know his home with his wife or his girlfriend is a safe place, that's the best feeling like you could probably ask for. Also, and I like to end it off as well, the things we look for is kind of like that family oriented value to you. So, and this could differ from relationship, but if we want to have kids, or a son or a daughter, whatever the case may be, we look at how you are kind of like in touch with your family or the family dynamic, and it doesn't have to be mom and dad in the household all the time, and vice versa for men. But we look to see, like, okay, does she get along with like her family well? And we all got that, family member we don't probably get along with, but just the kind of core value of your family. How do you value that? How you treat people in your family? Because I would say this, ladies, as a golden nugget, I guess you can take it. Look to see how that man you're looking for treats, the woman who raised him. So if that's his mother, his grandmother, his sister, his aunt, or whoever the case may be, if that guy treats or respects women, especially in his family, on a apex or pedestal, like, he more than likely is probably going to treat you well, great, and he's going to treat you well as well. So that's the thing we kind of look for within, our, partner we're dating. Like, how is it? Because especially in the South, being in Alabama, you love some cookouts, you love to chill with the family. So, it's just, is that a healthy type thing? Because I've experienced people who had not so, great relationships with their mom or parents, and then it was kind of reflected in the relationship in a type of way where it's just like, I don't, if we start to raise a family, how are you going to, it's kind of hard to judge. So that's the main thing. And also lastly, we look at, as a guy, we get to this point of like, okay, do I really see myself talking to you for like a long time, or whatever the case may be? And so we sit there and think about that. And every guy, and within certain friend groups, will like, bro, so you serious with Shawty, you serious with, the girl you with. And it's like, if we stumble, or it's just like it's been too many issues that have led up to that question being asked, whether y'all been together for a year, 2 years, or whatever the case may be, we just like, oh wow, you sit there as a guy, you think, and you like, nah, the fact I have to stumble or think about this question, so it's like we do come to a point, ladies, where it's like, do I really kind of do this? And then, like I said, some guys may stay in the relationship just for it to work. Some guys may stay in it to receive other type of benefits. It just all depends, and it's kind of case by case. But we get to a certain point, and we look at, consistency. So if the relationship has been consistent, you've been there for me, you've allowed me to be me, and like the things I mentioned earlier, you allow me to be vulnerable, then it's like, yes, like, not that I need you or you're like technically like my other half, but you're the person that I know when it gets deep, when we hit if we hit rock bottom, or if it gets to a certain point where it gets, it's a critical situation, I know I can look at you and I can say, yeah, she's gonna be there, guaranteed. And it's no doubt in my mind you'll be there. But that's going to wrap up episode 1, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Do what you got to do. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your grandma. She might, want to check out the boy. But like I said, all the information that's to the intro, outro is going to be in the description below. We're going to try to do this every Sunday. I'm in the process of moving to Atlanta, but we're going to try to do this every Sunday, y'all. Thank you for the support. And then always, like I said, y'all, and this is how we going to do it, is just don't pray for the blessing, be the blessing.
Most niggas and coach niggas. We on that flow and hit no free throws, nigga.